Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Okie Hippie Farm channel where I've been constructing an arch cabin. Today we'll go back in time when we were completing the sheetrock as well as painting the interior. I hired a contractor to complete the sheetrock, so I'll walk you through some of the photos that I took. We'll start in the bathroom where I had them install what is known as green board because it's more resistant to mold than normal sheetrock. Next up is a kitchen, and you can see that most of this room was done with normal sheetrock. We did install some green board around the refrigerator and the kitchen sink as well though. And this is looking from the kitchen to the wall that separates both the bathroom and the pantry. Not much to report here other than just showing the finished sheetrock. Moving on to the living room, you can see the first two rows of sheetrock were installed horizontally while they installed the next rows vertically. I did not have them install sheetrock the top 2 feet from the ridge beam, as I'll be installing tongue and groove accent wood there later. Here you can see both the living room ceiling as well as the sheetrock they've started installing on the bedroom loft closet wall. One thing I didn't appreciate but do now is how messy installation of sheetrock can be. The chalk dust was absolutely everywhere. We had to take a few days to focus simply on cleaning up. And once we had things pretty clean, we realized we had to dust off the walls, followed by vacuuming and mopping the floors. It was finally time to begin putting a coat of primer on the sheetrock. I know you're probably wondering how we painted the arched living room ceiling, and here again I have one word: scaffolding. In fact, prior to this I'd spent around $800 to rent scaffolding for about 5 weeks, but little did I know I could have purchased scaffolding for around $750 at Home Depot. And so that's actually what I did, and this was my first time to use it. After about 15 gallons of primer, it was finally time to start painting. And once again, I found myself about 15 feet in the air on wobbly scaffolding. So guys, that was one of the least mentally challenging tasks we've had so far, yet also one of the messiest for sure. And before we wrap up today's video, I had received a question from a subscriber recently regarding the electrical outlets, and so I'd like to go back real quick and provide a few more details on those. Okay, so this is the front end cap, and you'll notice that I do not have sheetrock on that because I'm actually going to be putting tongue and groove knotty pine on there, and that's being planned here in the near future. But I want to show you the the electrical outlet right here. You can see first off, this is a plastic electrical outlet and it's been nailed into the stud here. The other thing you'll notice is that there's a distance between the stud and the front of the electrical outlet. And the reason that is because whatever you're finishing the wall with, if it's wallboard or in my case the tongue and groove accent wood, that's going to stick out. So that's why you have this electrical outlet sticking out as well, so that way it'll kind of be flush. If you leave it, or if you have it installed up against the stud without that extra sticking out, then you're going to have a problem. Here's a wall outlet that is on the south wall of my arch cabin, and this is one of the walls that has the steel beams. You'll notice that this is a metal wall outlet, and from what I recall, they have clamps that kind of come out, and you can install those directly to the metal rib using self-tapping screws. And again, kind of looking in there, you can see that that was pulled out from the rib, so that way it would kind of be flush once we got the wallboard installed as well. And then once you put the faceplate on there, everything is as it should be as far as being flush with the wall. Okay, so let's put this video in the history books, but be on the lookout for my next video where you'll find out why I had to go without water for 2 whole days. It was another adventure here at the homestead. Okay, so I'll see you then.